What's going on, you guys? Bryce McKinley here, Coach Sharpen. You know what time it is. Man, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to the wholesaling tips and techniques group. You guys have really inspired me to start dropping more knowledge. The interaction has been amazing, and I want to ask you guys to continue to comment, continue to like, continue to share, because there's no other coach that's going to provide you the value that I do to give you income-producing activities to get your business started or to the next level sooner rather than later. What's up, Mabry? What's up, Chad? Thanks for jumping on. I'm making this video specifically for Patrick. He's one of our members in this group. What's going on, you guys? I appreciate you, but I'm making this video specifically for Patrick because Patrick asked on one of my other videos the other day if I ever teach or taught what the best way is or an effective way to market your deal. So I'm going to try to do exactly that. Let me see if I can't set this phone down. Hopefully it doesn't fall on me, and we'll go from there. So here's the deal, y'all. I just got back from a closing, and it went absolutely smooth and seamless. One of the many reasons I posted just about an hour ago another live stream, so go watch that. But I told Patrick in this group that I would share with you guys today on how I market out my properties, how I market out my deals and sell my contracts as I'm wholesaling. And so that's what this video is all about. So I want to share with you guys exactly what we do in our business and why and how we close hundreds of transactions month in and month out without ever walking the property, meeting a homeowner or meeting a buyer and or both. And so I want to share that with you right now. So let's get started. So marketing your contract. So now you've got a deal. What do you do next? Number one, turn it into title so they can start moving forward in that title process. Or if in your state, it's a lawyer or whatever, do that first. So once you have the contract, turn it into your lawyer or title company and let them start that process. Me personally, I always give in our company, my acquisition guys always give 3 to 4 weeks from time of contract to the time of close. So that gives title ample amount of time to get the thing cleared before you start marketing it out. Nobody wants to market a property and then find out that there's 20 heirs and a lien on the property and now they can't even close even if they had a buyer. So rule number one is send it over to title and make sure that the title and deed is clear before you start marketing it out. So now let's assume that you've done that and everything is clear, you're good to go. You get confirmation back from the title company, that thumbs up, right? We're ready to go. The next thing that you want to do is package that property. So what does that look like? Well, I always include a great picture of the front of the property and 2 to 3 pictures on the inside, just enough to create curiosity. And then I put a brief description of the property, the neighborhood, the schools, and what's going on in the community. So maybe up-and-coming neighborhood, cute little 322 in an up-and-coming neighborhood, great schools, community pool. You don't want to miss this, right? Something like that, just a brief description to create some curiosity. And then I include a city and state or maybe a zip code that the property's in, but I never give the full address. And then once I've done that, I then put your ARV, your asking price, your earnest money or deposit that you're asking for, and then maybe 1 or 2 comps that justify your numbers, because guess what? People are lazy, and you'd be surprised how many buyers just take your word for it. When they see the numbers and they make sense on whatever they're reading, whether it's an email or a postcard or a networking event and you've got a flyer, or maybe it's in social media, right? You can put that package together and 9 times out of 10, they'll look at it and they'll just make an assumption that it's a great deal if it's a great deal and the numbers make sense. So that's the second step. Package that property together so that it's attractive, that it creates curiosity, and then send it out. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. Patrick asked me, what's the best way to market your deals to find buyers or attract buyers? So number one, I talked about getting buyers yesterday. Getting buyers is easy. Getting leads are easy. It's the part in the middle. It's getting the deal at the right price that makes those things easy. And so when you learn how to negotiate and you learn how to have a better conversation, all of the other stuff is just menial task. And it gets easier and easier with execution and repetition. So what does that look like when I market out a property? Well, it looks like this. it looks like that package that I described earlier goes out two different ways. One, it goes out to an email list. So if you were following me and you've seen what I talked about the other day, and if you haven't, go back and watch that replay. But first, you send it out to that email list or a preferred buyers list. So if you've got 3 or 4 guys that you talk to all the time, you know they're solid, send it to them first. Wait 24 hours and let them kind of trickle in, 24 to 48 hours, and see if you get any bites there. Once you've done that, you want to go to your third and final step for marketing that deal out, and that is one of two things. One, go to networking events with your one-sheeter in the description of the property, a copy of the contract, and talk to people in person. I personally don't do that because I built a massive buyers list and we create that curiosity. And so if you want to learn more about that, jump into the academy where we teach all of our secrets, tips, and tricks at 5hourflip.com. But I'm not here to sell you right now. I want to give you these tips. So that's the first side of it. The second side of it is, how do you create a mass attraction to that property? And that's via social media. We're all in groups like this trying to learn. We're all in groups trying to network. So why wouldn't you leverage that? Once you've got 2 or 3 pictures of the property and a great description of the property, then you set up a showing time with the tenants or the homeowners, and you start marketing a week, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day, and then day of that specific showing date, and you send it out to your cash buyers, your investment groups, even your local neighborhood groups that are around the area, because you'll find people want to get into real estate and they just don't know how to do it, and they think that they have to have a license. So send it out to all of these groups, and then just watch. You will have people reaching out to you. You will have people messaging you wanting more information. Those are leads. Get on the phone with them as soon as possible and convince them that your deal is the best deal that they're ever going to find right now. Create that fear of loss and close them. Close them on going to the showing, or close them on making an offer and send them over an assignment contract so that they can buy your deal. So what does that look like? Let's go in a little bit deeper. What does that look like when you're posting in groups? Well, one, you don't want to be put in Facebook jail to where you'll never be able to post again. And two, you don't want to get kicked out of your groups, so you want to make it attractive. So one of the things that I do is I put showing today, got an investment property that I need to unload, ... brief description, a couple of pictures. If and only if you're serious, shoot me a message today and I'd love to meet you there and show you my property. That's it. Short and sweet, to the point. And now you're going to create a buzz. People will reach out to you, and you do this in your cash investors groups, your local REIA groups, your wholesaler groups, your buyers groups, all of those groups. And you can post up to 15 times within a 12-hour period. So if you do it right, you can go at 7 in the morning and 7:30 p.m. Now you just send it out to 30 groups. And guess what? When you do that, each of those groups, 5, 10, 20,000 people, now you just hit hundreds of thousands of potential buyers and marketed out your property 10 times more effective than anybody else without this information. So I hope this helps, Patrick. Thank you for your question. If you guys have any other questions, you need some help with your business, drop a comment down below, put a comment in the group, the Wholesaling Tips and Techniques group, and we'll be sure to answer them. In the meantime, I love you. God bless you. Stay sharp, and I'll see you at the top. I got an academy call, so if you want to be a part of that, 5hourflip.com. We role play, we call your customers, and so much more. I love you guys. Take care. Peace.